Good morning, y'all. Just a quick intro to this video. It's the doing these weekly proof of work project videos, and then this is the monthly Allodium video. Also, just want to intro it by saying there's this says project videos, and then videos on these cute chickies that were born. And I'm going to timestamp it for because I think some people will be more interested in the chicks and some people will be more interested in the project stuff, so the timestamps can help you just navigate one or the other. And basically in the last month, all the work has been done on this kind of corner, kind of like the edge of the courtyard. This wall, this fence, this structure, this arch, and then going into the gate tower there, working on making that all, finishing it up so that it can get rented by the end of the season and hopefully before that. So now it'll cut to video starting about a week ago. Here's a quick update on the project down here before I do the next batch of mortar on those rocks. So we've got most of the far side covered. There's at least some rock, just a couple gaps around the tops, and then working my way around. One more day of mortar in here, and here's how this looks. Got a smear coat on a lot of it, more rocks, and all the way to the first step. So once I mortar that, it'll, through compression, be able to resist all the outside forces. And then I'll end up digging the bottom down a little bit lower. That's how we're looking for now. Another quick update, just got more mortar done up there, rocking up the sidewall of the stairs, and just going one bit at a time. The question is, can I do an arch with only one zip tie? Right, we got a zip tie up top. There's nothing securing it over here. That nail, well, I guess that nail did go through a diamond. That nail's not securing it over here. There's nothing. It's just sitting on concrete. And I will attempt to build this arch with, I guess you could count the nail, but the nail's not really doing anything. It's really just wedged in there. It's only the zip tie holding it in place. We'll see. It'll either be a masterful success or it'll be an epic fail. The good news is 7 chicks have been confirmed born, 6 or 7. And she might not be done, but they're the cutest little things. I'll check back in after I attempt this. So I was thinking I'd do the whole arch, but that definitely wouldn't have worked. So I just got a little anchor point over here, an anchor point over there, and the anchor point up here, which really is flimsy as can be, but I'll continue on it tomorrow, and then I'll just put the rest of this batch around the tire here, and that's all for right now. So this is second batch of mortar. See, there's a little bit of progress on this side and reinforcing it a bit. This side got arched all the way to the top to connect those two, and it's mostly about this shape, trying to keep it as arch shaped as possible. And it was doing just fine with the zip tie, but even just the slightest sag there to the right of the zip tie led me to just add that little support for now, so it won't sag at all from the wind or whatever until it cures. So it's supposed to rain later today, and hopefully this is all solid enough by the time it rains to be able to hold itself in place before the third coat, maybe in a couple days, because we've got a bunch of rain forecasted. But this is kind of the idea of how to build an arch very simply with no form or anything, but just using the lath and That's all. So we got the next batch of rocks. I'll go down in here. You can take a look. Here's how it's all looking. There's a ledge there. And we've got our stairs going up. And now we'll just mortar over that. Look at this little cutie. It's such a cutie. Spot's a little bit scared and defensive. She said, "Leave my babies alone. Don't mess with them." She says, "Oh, it's cold. It's cold. Give me warmth, Mama." All right, enough of this. Hey, sweetheart. Look at all those babies. They're so colorful. Hey, little guys. Ooh, don't get too close. Y'all got a good mama. Cute little peepers. What a good mama. Alright, see you later. Okay, it's Saturday morning, and this is batch number 4 on the arch. Yesterday I got the skinniest little one to go across, so today I reinforced that and added it on top, all around, and starting to tie into the PVC. And right now it's really flimsy, and all of these 3 supports are just to make it as perfectly circular as possible. And just mortared the zip tie right in. And once this batch cures, it will be rather strong. And then you can see the inside of this, how I got the second coat where it's smeared, and then the new coat where you see the diamonds. So the new coat is still very weak, and then once it gets its second coat, so that it's bonded on both sides of the lath, that's when it really shows some strength. But basically after this one cures, it might not be until tomorrow because there's more rain forecast, but then I'll start bending the lath in the shape that I want it to be. And as far as this area, it's mostly all smeared all the way around, so through compression this hole here will resist all the forces from the outside, the dirt and the stuff pushing in. And just got a little bit more to do over there, and then I can proceed on this gate tower project to make it livable now that the important foundational parts are just about complete. I guess they're a day and a half old now, and they're jumping around and trying to eat things, explore their little environment. Oh, on top of mommy. They haven't been out of the coop yet, either through the tunnel Or out through here, all the other chickens are very curious. And their sister. And the white Mimi is their grandmother, probably. Or great-grandmother, even. It's hard to tell. But Spot is such a good mama. Such a good mama. So far I've been leaving this door closed, but right now I'm going to leave it open and see, step back a bit and see what happens with more of the big ones being able to say hi. You can observe if you want. Here's how the art's doing. Come here, Lou. Good boy. See if they check out the babies. I'm not all that interested. So I guess I'll just leave it open for a bit. Got the first interactions. The rooster's in there saying, I want to eat the baby food. Watching you, Dino. Watch out, she'll get you. She'll get you. You try to eat her baby's food. Or you just showing the babies where the food's at. Is that what you're doing? Let's get the big lower beak. Oh gosh. There you go. Hey, baby. What are you doing? You good girl. Your offspring are alive and well. The one-eyed Mimi there at one time was named Flopsy. and she got abducted out of a tree by a predator. This tree right here. And then it took her away past that tire wall, about 50 to 100 yards, down to a road in the middle of the night. So I, hearing the chickens go off in the middle of the night, sprung to action and then took my cell phone with its light, and it was all dewy and it had rained, and I was like in my underwear, or I might have been naked, and I could see the path that they went, but based off of the feathers, Flopsy's feathers, and the lack of reflection of the dew on all of the vegetation. So I tracked him down and then found Flopsy here, looking like she was dead in the road. The predator, I was making noise, so the predator got scared that I was on its tail, dropped the chicken, figured it already killed it, but she was still holding on to life. So I brought her back, and she was called Flopsy because her frock didn't stand up. And then after a long recovery, she's like the dominant hen, even though she's only got one eye. And look at that frock, the thing on her head that's very reflective of their dominance and their personality. She's got a big one, and it's all standing right up. So she's had a great life. And she became Mimi as she was reborn from that trauma, from Flopsy to Mimi. It's like the phoenix coming back to life. See, another girl just gets out of her way. Don't want to mess with Mimi. And then Mimi was the, as far as I could tell, the mother of Cupid, who was the only other chicken born here before these two, before Spot and Sammy. And I guess her mom was a black and white one, or his mom. Anyways, I'm getting lost in the stories. That's enough narration for now. The generations of the chickens. So these chicks are the second generation born here, but third generation born here, second born naturally, because Spot and Sammy I incubated with the thing. Oh, there's Sammy saying, look at my nephews. These are the nephews. And what a big clutch they are. Just about doubles the size. So there's actually 11 chicks. So that exactly doubles the size of the flock. And they're all young, and so they'll probably be making eggs into this winter while the other ones are molting. So we should have steady egg production all through the winter. That's cute. Alright, that's all for now. Look at this amazing dog. Such a good boy. Watching those chickies. Making sure everything goes okay. How's it going, Dino? Going good? All the chickies are with their mama. Staying warm underneath her wings. So here's the arch after I've bent the lath. So I've got a line and then just cut and bend up all the way around, and then on this side just folding it onto that there, and then on this side, so it's about a little wider than a foot on this side, and then less bent, but that will give it strength and that direction. And then I'll get mortared right to that column. So I just wanted to get a shot of it before I add the mortar this time, because it'll look a lot different. So after I bent the lath, this is +1 batch. So the bent lath gets connected all the way back to there. Arch is widened and most of the crease gets gotten. This is mortared all the way back up to there. And connected down to this. And then this side bent back as well. And starting up here to get that way. And then all the way down to the corner. And it's tough to get this the way the diamonds are. But so that'll take another batch or two to get coverage. But it's all going to be, once this cures, it's going to be a pretty solid arch actually. Like honestly, once just this amount here cures, I could stand on it for an idea of relative strength. I won't, but it'll be enough to support my weight. As soon as you have basically like a 1/2 inch and you're covered on both sides of the lath with a solid arch, I could stand on it once it cures. But once it gets all of the mortar, it'll be significantly stronger. And I haven't figured out what to do about this hole here, but a window would probably be good if I can find one. It is Sunday morning. Got another bag of mortar onto the arch. It's pretty well anchored along the whole edge. I started putting some 1-inch stone. I don't have cement. I don't have concrete, so I'm just mixing the mortar with the 1-inch stone to form something like concrete to start filling it in. Mortar is cement plus sand, concrete is cement plus sand plus aggregate, but usually concrete would have more variation in aggregate than just 1-inch stone. But anyways, we've got solid coverage on the whole arch, starting to tie into the supports and starting to fill in the gaps, and in case the PVC pipe here. So the lath up top is going to fold like that, just kind of eyeballing it so that it'll end up being flat up top. And I'm going to have to figure out an arch over here. I think I got some glass. I think I'll probably arch from here to there. And similar for this gap, I found this old thing to put there, and then I'll end up arching from this column to that tire column. I think I'm going to build that tire column up a bit and put that one glass over there as well. And so that's where the arch is at now. It is Sunday morning, and the chicks are less than a week old. Yesterday, I think they're probably 3 or 4 days old, or 2 or 3 even. Yesterday was their first day outside the coop. Whoa, it's all right. She just gotta look at Mimi like, whoa, what is she doing? It's okay, Spot. The chicks have got a little 2-step thing where they can hop up and down. It just requires a bit of problem solving for them to figure out how to get back in the coop. And the mama, Spot, is trying to show them how to kick things up and eat good stuff. So far I've only seen 4 of them out at one time. We'll see if those other chicks get adventurous. Ooh, oh gosh, that was a big jump and a kick. They're tough little chickers. Oh, there's more chickens inbound. Dino's the only rooster here now, and he's been doing pretty good about the chicks. This is by far the furthest she's gotten from them. And letting these other two in between. Imagine there's gonna be a bit of a showdown. Hey, don't eat my feet. I think there's 5 of them down now. It's a new record. Getting adventurous today. You good, girl? No, she kicks them kind of often with her scratches. Yeah, stay out of the way, mama. Rest of you chickies want to come down? Hey, girl. Don't be bringing me. Go. She doesn't want to square off with the older hen. Only 1 year old after all. A couple of them haven't figured out how to get up yet, I don't think. The brown ones seem to know pretty well. I don't think the black ones have made it out of the coop yet. Yesterday, one of them got stuck in between the cinder block and the wood there, on its back. But she's fine. Those two got to figure it out. Nice and warm over there. They like that. Found the heat lamp. So, oh yeah, that's some good sunshine. Diane was like, are those my kids? Am I in the parlor? He went from reject to Papa. Papa of a bunch of babies. And the head of a flock. Alright, that's all for today. This is the unfinished water feature. All the chickies are getting some food down there. Spot let them in there and they're a little bit stuck. So I put that ramp in so they can get out, but we'll see how difficult that will be. But for now I gave them food in there. They're eating all sorts of stuff in there, some but not so good. So now they've got some good food. They like to follow Mama's lead. The brown one got food all over it. Hungry babies. So it is Monday morning, and what I've done today is add these little scrap pieces of lath. You can't exactly see it like that, but filling in some of the gaps with lath. This is one of the bigger ones. So then I can apply mortar to cover this whole thing so that it can later get encased. So that's all just showing how that's kind of secured. There's wire ties, screws. Same over here, wire ties on the left, screws to the tire, and then I'll mortar it all together. So after that lath is mortared over on both sides, this is what it looks like. So I wanted to give you the before picture. And then if we look down in there, it's hollow. And this will be like the form. So once that hardens, then the hollow area can get filled. Same as in here with the stone and the mortar. And to make it all more solid and just keep building it up. So as I'm waiting for that arch to cure, moving on into here, I've cleared out basically everything from the gate tower that needs to get out of here that won't end up in here. And I just did this, which is going to be a short little cinder block wall to section off the water reservoir. And then there's the bed above it, which needs a few repairs, but essentially this is starting to, I'm going to put some plywood on over this after that, so it'll kind of separate off that lower area so that from above it'll mostly just be the bed area that's viewable, and might be able to insulate that water reservoir a bit. And there's a bit more mortar work to do on the walls in here. You can see how they're kind of rough. And I got some more down there. I guess the solar panel doesn't need to be in here, but cleaning it all out and making a bit of progress in here. So it's Tuesday morning. This is the last update of the week. Just showing you the last stuff that got done yesterday. So now this arch has the hollow has been filled on this side, and the hollow has been filled on this side. So now there's more to do, but that's just showing where we're at now. And some more progress was made in the gate tower, but I don't know if I can really show it. But basically, I'm focusing on the far side of this bed area. So I got mortar on the far wall there, and reinforcing this platform. And I climbed into the water reservoir and completely emptied and cleaned it out on the inside. So now I can adjust it and move it and go on to the next steps. That's all for this week. Take care.